princess was born, and her name was Snow White.
So they're dropping, Cameron, these TikTok videos every day now. New ones, new images, new footage. What's your take on this?
I think it's good marketing. I mean, the entire marketing that I've been witnessing recently has been to compare it with either the earlier movie or like this wonderful fairy tale book that they've got here, right? It creates the vibe that you are watching, a classic come to life, right? Even though it's a new version of that. I just think the majority of people are still going to go see it. I know people don't believe that. I could be proven wrong. This thing could be a massive bomb. I don't think it will be. I think it's going to do well. And because like I said, I look at normies. Like my sisters don't know what's going on. They'll roll their eyes if you say, "Well, she said some stupid stuff 18 months ago." They're like, "Well, my 8-year-old kid wants to see it." That's it. Comes down to that.
So two things about what I'm seeing here. This is a killer looking little TikTok. What they're able to do is blend the old image of Snow White shot for shot with Rachel walking over the hill. If I'm the general audience, I'm a family, I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh my God, this looks great. Look at that shot there is a winner. So it's a winner in their marketing so far since they dropped the Vogue Mexico interview, which let's say now has been a week. These guys are batting 100, even leaving the UK out, and we'll get to that when we get to Cameron's take. I think the marketing campaign is a well-oiled, disciplined machine right now. Okay, now what I'm also seeing here, and this is an Instagram Disney Studios account. You're seeing a lot of anti-Zegler comments. What Disney's trying to do is they're no longer. They've done one thing, right? They've muzzled her, and they got to get the general audience behind this. This is an acoustic version of her singing with a guitar player. Cameron, what other actors starring in their movies could pull this off? This type of promotion.
I mean, she's got the ability. I mean, she's got the voice for it, right?
Yeah.
And that's the tragedy of all this is that, look, I think she's a decently talented actress. She's very young. And I was very, very, very critical of her comments. I remain critical of those comments, right?
Sure.
But I would give her the mercy of being a young person of a generation that has the last several years was empowered to be very loud, right? And you just the lack of understanding of her youth and of the time that she's being raised in, and the lack of understanding that Disney is really, really trying to make this thing work for your benefit to give you the movie that you want. I just think it's unfortunate. I mean, I think people are so angry and just want to be angry even when they try to fix things, they try to help this girl understand you don't have any experience, you can't be doing this stuff, right? She's learning that. I just feel bad about the fans. A lot of the fans are acting like this, and I say that, but I just think normies don't care the way the comments on that video are going. They just don't. I could be wrong. I'll be happy to say I was wrong. Normies hated this movie. This is an effort to go back to the childhood love of Snow White, and which is like one of the earliest films that had a worldwide cultural phenomena, and now they're trying to make it look like they're resurrecting that. I don't believe in any of these live action remakes. I don't think they should be doing any of these things, but they are. They're going to do them. They might as well do them well, and it looks like this version of it that we're seeing is being done well. So my instinct remains that the general populace is going to flow with this because it's too archetypal a character, and the marketing is linking into it.
In Japan, where she got with some of the major Japanese stars, they sang the song live. They performed it live. You have the whole thing, which was a successful event, very controlled event by Disney. Disney is really, really they want to leave nothing to chance. The last time she spoke out of hat was when the election happened. And it was so bad, the backlash, that she had to issue an apology. My feeling is that her people and Disney probably threatened legal because she really needed to stop it for now. You have a $300 to $400 million, budget on this Snow White that they are desperately trying to figure out how to make up, and she's not helping her cause. I do think that her going to Broadway for 6 months was a great idea because it kept her very busy, and she also sharpened her acting and her singing skills in front of a live audience, which there's nothing else like that. As an actor, that's probably the best class that you can be in is you're performing live 3 4 times a week. Um, and what you're seeing here is they're now they're now appealing to the general global audience, Cameron. They know that they're going to get the anti woke, OGs crowd that already have been hurt by Rachel's thing. I honestly also believe that they reshot the woke out of the story, Cameron, which I think is even more important to
Yeah.
note.
I mean, that's what I said about it. They're trying to give you what you want. They're trying to give you what you want, right? And they understand. They do understand. They've understood for over a year now. That's why Bob Iger said nothing about supporting Kamala Harris, and in this election. And that's why all these studio heads kept their mouth shut about Trump, right? Because just in the same way that average people in the fandom are not connected to the powers that be, right? In the same way, Hollywood people are not connected to the powers that be. And the powers that be had figured out where the country was going a long time ago. And I've been saying that on my Patreon. So they clean it up for you guys.
Yeah.
I would watch it. And, and again, some people are like, well, I see female empowerment. Whatever. Snow White has always been an empowered female. You can say female empowerment without it being nonsensical, without it being anti male. All of 80s heroines were female empowerment, right? All of them were.